Now we're into the semifinals. Gabriela Bryan, world number 2, officially clinching her spot in the Lexus WSL Finals earlier today on Finals Day.
Excellent total for both surfers, and come on top, it's a big statement.
Gabriela Bryan getting the first wave during the break, Rosie.
Yeah, there's just so much foam on this face. You see her kind of wiping her eyes. That wind also coming into play. Gone a little bit more southwesterly, so a bit more offshore for these competitors. Groomed lines. Let's see if she can attack that section. She does. She's fearless. Falls off there, though. Commentator's curse.
Big chance for her to start off strong. Falls away from her before heading to chokes. Here we go. Highline start for the goofy footer from Florida. And just channeling all that speed down to the bottom. Just quick speed turn off the top. Absolutely flying is Caralupo. Now pushing towards that lip line. Clean little backside snap. Now loading up on a critical section. Coming off the top with maximum speed. And she's got to eject in a heavy closeout section by the bricks. As we watch her start here, Jesse.
That's a nice way to start for Caroline. As we mentioned, wave selection on point right there, applying pressure right off the bat. Nothing crazy, but everything very well composed. You can see how she drives through the bottom turns, and on the top, that board is holding it very nicely, so she's relaying on rail and not just the fins. She overpowered those fins, so beautiful surfing for her. Gets a little bit steeper there as she approaches for this last turn here, a bit more critical. Good surfing. Nothing outrageous, but very well done.
Another angle on it here, Rosie.
Yeah, the thing that I've really identified of Caroline is the acceleration that she gets through her turns, and then also knowing where to hit the lip line. She's definitely hitting it just before she meets the lip, which is giving her that opportunity for, first of all, stay in control and stay on the wave, and also project her out on the open face so she can keep that momentum.
Sometimes you get on a roll and you kind of know it before everybody else does. It reminds me of Federico Moraes out here when he made it to the final. He had giants ahead of him, and he just kept taking them down. As we look at Gabriela Bryan, a little bit deep here, but she's got plenty of time to set this one up. Nice clean sweep for the surfer representing Hawaii. Lays down a power carve. Gabriela Bryan swinging back on the open face again. Nice timing, patience. Just waiting for the section to open up. Lays it down as well. Nice little stylish gouge. Clean rails on the snap. Let's go of another one in the pocket, and she'll step up.
That second turn, or maybe first turn itself, it's going to be close to a 5-point ride. Just that turn, for how much engage and how much power she actually carried through. Sets it up right here, generates speeds, the wave gets steep. She's going to drive through that front and back foot, very well balanced. And then carves it once again, and I think she has another turn as we approach the inside that she kind of lay back carve, which is very aggressive. Halfway through that turn, you can see both of the hands behind the back. And then the wave starts to run. The only downside here I see is this turn right here. She gets a little bit too heavy-footed on the back foot, so she wasn't able to open up and finish.
Caroline Marks on the one behind. She's already towards that impossible section as she belts it. Big vertical crack there, controls her finishing move.
As well, she probably would have liked to.
And then to Caroline's start, waiting to see what happened here.
Yeah, so Caroline had a bit more height on this one, but it also started off a little bit slopey. Now she gets a little bit more of a critical section, stays tight to that white water. Really like that turn from her, staying in that top third. Yeah, that was, I mean, when you compare the waves from Gabby's just had that gift of the cupped out section that kept giving her something to hit. There, that last turn from Caroline was really committed, that end section.
Right there, there's a big place to hang out in the field, the beautiful lighthouse. You can check the surf down there and meet Wes, as he's often just hanging out, greeting people at his restaurant, working hard, as Gabriela Bryan has been waiting patiently to lay that rail over. She'll start off with a nice clean wrap, now running down the line, meeting it with a nice power hack. Off the bottom, holds the rail into a nice clean wrap. Always tons of spray off her rails. Nice little whip in the pocket. Now moving with a good pace down the line. Throws down the cutty. Little stumble there. She's got to regroup, so missing that section. Gets back into it with a little power hack on the open face.
Small away from her, but she can get stuck into this one a little bit better, Jessie. I found that this kind of hit the reef just so perfectly and just offered her that little bit of opportunity to sink the teeth in and make some juicy turns. This one especially just hooking into that one. A lot of spray. Regathers herself, winds that around, so a little bit of a different look at a cut backing maneuver there. Looking down the line, sets up this turn, follow eye line, winds through that maneuver again. Oh, and there's just that little bit of stumble. I think, you know, just a little bit out in front of that white water perhaps, and a little bit of that wind chatter up the face as it also hits that shallow section on the reef. But a couple beautiful power gouges.
A little stumble, but Gabriela Bryan still finished strong at 6.03 in comparison to her 7.5. And here comes the world champ up and out. So Caroline.
Both of these surfers, Gabby's been keeping pace, but let's see how she does in this one.
Caroline trying to stand defeated against the current world number 2. Couple of setup turns. This wave's not looking too promising yet, but she's going to commit now down the line. Starting to grow with size. Caroline, patience paying off. Big swing off the roof. She drills it. Getting back to the top again. Attacking some good sections. Now a little fading cut back to set up the inside track. Keeping that speed down the line. Quickly moving under the lip with her last 2 moves. To show the judges she has control there. Let's watch it again. Jessie, Caroline chasing a 7.11 here. A
little bit sticky on that first turn, but man, she did it well halfway through. When the wave running matters, she did it very well. And like I mentioned, she needed to be coming from behind the whitewash, and that's exactly what she does here. Look how much she drives off those hills and the bottom turn and gets from behind. As critical as it gets, mostly on the woman's side, so hard for you to hit the lip back to back twice. Such a powerful wave with so much speed for you to control. Very impressive from her. And right here, she did the 2-4-1. I would have liked for her to delay herself a little bit more on that transition to maybe get one big crack.
Yeah, it was almost gone. Does she need to hit the lip? Had to force those under the lip hooks. And now Gabby will leave Caroline out the back with a minute to go. Nice punch there from Gabby Bryan. Stepping on the gas. And now loading up. Throws down a clean arc. Swings right into another fading cutback. To improve, she needs to better a 6.03. Here comes the patience. Almost like a boxer ready to strike. That's going to keep her guessing down the line. Resets again off the bottom. Big crushing finishing move in the pocket. Gabriela Bryan officially our first finalist of the Corona Cero Open J-Bay. A 7.5 and a 6.03.